Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to do the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice सीरीज जो हमारी एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शनल आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस सीरीज चल रही है उसके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं. एंड टुडेज क्वेश्चन इज enlist the different risks associated with poor quality irrigation water. And the second part of the question is asking about discuss the management practices for effective application of brackish water in crop production. तो क्वेश्चन इज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू पार्ट्स और क्वेश्चंस में हमें पूछा जा रहा है कि क्या क्या रिस्क एसोसिएटेड है पुअर क्वालिटी इरिगेशन वाटर से और क्या क्या मैनेजमेंट प्रैक्टिसेस हैं जिसको हम लोग अडॉप्ट करके ब्रैकिश वाटर में भी क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन कर सकते हैं. So these are the this was the question, and this question was asked in the agriculture optional paper of UPSC IFOS examination, that is Indian Forest Service examination. जो हमारी यूपीएससी द्वारा कंडक्ट कराई जाने वाली इंडियन फॉरेस्ट सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन से उसमें ये क्वेश्चन आ चुका है इन द ईयर 2022. So it becomes very important for us. On when it comes to poor quality irrigation, it has been asked poor quality irrigation water ये प्रीवियसली भी पूछा जा चुका है. और जो ब्रैकिश वाटर है इसको इसके मैनेजमेंट जैसे पूछा जा रहा था प्रीवियसली. अब देखो सैलिन वाटर का, सोडिक वाटर का, अल्कलीन वाटर का, ब्रैकिश वाटर का, ठीक है, एसिडिक वाटर का, ये सब का क्वेश्चंस जो है आई थिंक यू विल फाइंड इन द प्रीवियस ईयर्स. ऑल द क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू दीस थिंग्स अबाउट सैलिन वाटर, सोडिक वाटर, एसिडिक वाटर, बेसिक वाटर, alkaline water, okay, alkaline irrigation water. So these types of questions become very important for us. So let's see how we can approach the answer. So I think you understood the first part of the question, that is risk associated with poor quality irrigation water. That is, in poor quality irrigation water, that is maybe the water could be polluted. Okay, so that is the water is not up to the mark as per the required limits. The water is polluted. It could have industrial effluents dissolved in it. It could have some heavy metals dissolved in it. So these types of water are termed as poor quality irrigation water. And what is brackish water? So brackish water contains salt more than the fresh water. That is more salts as compared to fresh water. अगर आप फ्रेश वाटर से कंपेयर करोगे तो ब्रैकिश वाटर में सॉल्ट की कंसेंट्रेशन अधिक है एंड जनरली इट इज टेकन अप टू 5 to 35 ppm. In the fresh water the amount of salt is less than 5 ppm. In saline water, or you can say in oceanic water, or you can say marine water, the salt is more than 35 ppm, but in brackish water it is between 5 to 35 ppm. So you should be knowing this. Okay, that is brackish water is a water which contains salt more as compared to the fresh water. Okay, so I hope you understand what brackish water is. So let's see how we can approach the answer. So first of all we will approach the first part of the question, that is risk associated with poor quality irrigation water. So what are the risks we will see? First of all are the risks such as the water can contain harmful chemicals. The water could be saline. The water could contain some industrial effluents. So all these things will lead to reduced crop yield. First one is the reduced crop yield. Our crop yield will be reduced. It can also lead to crop failures. Many times when the crop is not able to grow in this poor irrigation water, so crop failures is another risk. High chances of diseases, or you can say high incidence of diseases to crops, because many times what happens, the poor quality irrigation water decreases the immunity of the crops, and many times this polluted water contains different types of microbes because it has pollutant water which can contain different types of microbes such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, all these things leading to diseases to the crops. Next, it can lead to soil degradation. It can reduce the soil. It can alter the soil structure. Soil structure can be altered, which can be negative for our crops. It can reduce the fertility of soil. It can reduce the fertility of soil. So all these things will make the soil less suitable for the agriculture practices. So this is another risk. These contaminate this poor irrigation water when used in the fields can also lead to environmental contamination. First of all, it will contaminate the soil, it will contaminate the nearby water bodies, it will leach down to groundwater, it will leach down to the groundwater and contaminate it. So these things can be another problem. It can also have risks associated with human health. What happens many time, suppose we are growing crop in a poor quality irrigation water which have heavy metals, so these heavy metals will be accumulated in the crop, and whenever the suppose the product of the crops is eaten by human, suppose the crop is eaten by the human, then there are the chances of bioaccumulation, biomagnification of these heavy metals towards humans also. Okay, many of the heavy metals are carcinogenic, which are released through this poor quality irrigation water, which can be very harmful to the human health. So these are some of the common risks associated with poor quality irrigation water, and I hope you are able to understand all the risks. I have written here 5-6 important points. You can add points also to these things. आप इसमें और भी points add कर सकते हो जो आप चाहते हो, but the extra point you are adding, please let us know by commenting. Comment करके जो भी आप extra point add कर रहे हो हमें बताएं, ताकि we also get to know that you are going in good direction or not, the points you are adding are up to the mark or not. So these are some of the risks. I hope you are able to understand this. Now the second part of the question is asking what management practices with regards to brackish water. So what are the management practices? How can we grow crops? How can we manage brackish water, and how we can grow crops in brackish water? So first of all, the crop selection should be proper. We need to select proper crops, generally tolerant crops that are tolerant to brackish water. These crops can be certain varieties of barley, rice, some vegetables such as lettuce. So these are some of the crops which can tolerate brackish conditions. So this can be grown in the areas, especially varieties developed as per the tolerant varieties developed, so that can be grown in these areas. So crop selection is first thing which we can do for management. Secondly, water quality management and testing should be done. Water quality testing. We need to regularly check the quality of brackish water to understand the salinity levels. What is the salinity levels? To understand the pH. So all these things are very much needed if you want to do some cropping in brackish water, because with alteration of pH, with alteration of salinity levels, our crops will be affected. So we need to know these things. We need to know the nutrient levels. So, and all we need to identify all these things, and when these things go beyond the limits so that the crop production is not possible, we need to treat them also so that these are under tolerable limits. So water quality testing is another thing. We need to adopt proper irrigation techniques. Especially the effective irrigation techniques such as drip irrigation, another effective techniques which can be very helpful in brackish waters. So and we have to also focus on while irrigation, we have to also focus that there is no much extra salt accumulation due to irrigation के वजह से कोई salt accumulation ना हो, इसका भी हमें ध्यान रखना है. Next, we can do soil management. We need to adopt certain soil management practices. First of all, leaching the extra salts. This can be done through proper irrigation. Proper drainage should be there, just continuation to it. Proper drainage, providing organic matter, that is addition of organic matter. This will improve soil structure, and the nutrient and fertility of soil will also be enhanced. So This can be done. We can also treat water. Suppose we are using some untreated water for irrigation in brackish water, so that can be more helpful. So we need to treat water. Water treatment can be another option which can be helpful. Water treatment. So all these things are needed to for management of brackish water and growing crops in brackish water. We need to do proper monitoring. We need to have proper adaptation practices so that the crops can be adapted to these types of problems faced in the brackish waters. So I hope you are able to understand both the part of the question, how we will manage brackish water and what are the risks associated with poor irrigation, poor quality irrigation. So that is all for today. I hope you understand all these things. So please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis. Regular basis पे आपसे ऐसे वीडियोस को बनाने के लिए काफी हार्ड वर्क लगता है, और अगर आप लाइक करते हो, शेयर करते हो, सब्सक्राइब करते हो तो काफी मोटिवेशन मिलता है हमें कि हम और वैसे वीडियोस रेगुलरली आप सबके लिए बना पाए. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.